So about 400 grams of chocolate malt. Lovely dark brown colour. 2.5 kgs of a pale malt. Carapils malt. I'll just throw that in. And secret ingredient for a very smooth, creamy beer is good old-fashioned oats. Normal breakfast, plain breakfast oats, no added sugar, and away you go. And I would suggest that much. That's about a cup. Not everything is precise in this world, and that is your grain bill, measured out and ready for a lovely chocolate orange beer. Right, there's a hop addition to this beer. It's got a really smart citrusy flavour to it. We're going to do a hop addition at about 60 minutes for an hour, and it's just 12 grams. I don't want to overpower this with hops because we are going to be adding the zest of 4 lemons. Right, so we brought our strike water up to 70 degrees centigrade. I'm just going to add our ingredients. We've got about less than 10 litres of water in there. It's about half full. And gently tip all of that into our brew sack. Now I've got a proper boil in the bag, but you can use some muslin. There are different ways of doing that. Right. Now once that's in, just want to get all the ingredients in. You want to stir it up nicely. This is when animals become interested. To get rid of any clumps. Right, mix it up. So get rid of any clumps in there, and all the water gets in there thoroughly. You need to keep mixing it during this process. The boil time right now, or the mash time I should say, it's about 40 minutes. So we have this concoction heating up for 40 minutes. Right, so our lid's gone back on. Keep the temperature at about 70 degrees centigrade. Just quick rundown of the equipment. This is just a normal tea urn, quite common, get them anywhere, but if you don't have something like this, a 20-litre cooking pot on a stove works just as well, as long as you can maintain that temperature. And we leave it now for 40 minutes. Give it a stir every couple of minutes and you're good to go. So we've been here for 40 minutes and there's our mash. It's now ready for something called sparging. That's an old term. Basically just means washing the grains out. Don't worry about that. Take the grain bag out. And let it drain. And as you go, you can gently squeeze, not too much, it's hot. And it'll spill. Twist it around. Yeah. If you're extremely strong, you can do this all day. But it's probably easier if you just get a colander, put that over the top, and let it all drain through. A jug of water just washes it down. The water should be the same temperature, about 70 degrees, and you do it very gently. Okay, so we've sparged our mash, washed off our grains, and what we're left with is going to be our beer. We're going to boil this, it's just coming up to the boil now, for 60 minutes. And this is where we add our hops. Now you see what I'm doing, I'm putting the hops straight in. Some people say you shouldn't put it straight in, you should use a hop bag. The only advantage I can think to using a hop bag is it doesn't clog up the system with lots of hop leaves. Now doing it at the hour mark, we've got an hour to go, means that this is going to impart flavour as opposed to aroma, which is what I'm looking for with this beer. I'm looking for citrus flavours to try and complement the orange. It's going.
You're going to have to edit it.
So it's been boiling for an hour. I'll just pop it open, have a look there. That's what your wort should look like now. What we're going to do is take the wort out of here and into our bucket down below. This device has got a little tap. Nice drop down there will it'll aerate the beer. Aerate the wort as it is now. And there it goes. Very slowly. So whilst we're getting the wort into the fermenting vessel, I'm going to add secret ingredient, orange zest. So there it is, bucket's full, it's about 10 litres. Now importantly, on my thermometer there, it's off the scale, it's more than 40 degrees. We need to get it down to here, 20 degrees, before we can put any yeast in there. So I've got it in a bucket of water to bring the temperature down, a bit of ice, and we'll see how we get on. So we finally got the temperature down to around the 20-22 degree mark. It's time to pitch our yeast. Now you can make a yeast starter, but I just and try not to drop the container into the beer.